Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are back on the tiny house. I rigged up a couple of extension cords to turn on the lights. So I got, before I was hooking up one light at a time because they got separate cords. And I was hooking up this light, and it's like, well, I need the light over there. So yeah, there's my power supply coming in so I can run the saw and stuff like that. So anyway, last episode we framed up the bathroom. This will be the door for the bathroom. This will be the door for the laundry room. Okay, so what we got left to do, well, we got a lot to do still. Walls and electrical and plumbing and everything in these rooms, but I was going to wait on the roof ceiling, but see, I bought a bunch of lumber off a friend of a friend years ago, and I thought in my head that I only had two pieces of plywood, like they're 3/4 inch thick plywood. I was thinking I only had two, because I don't know what the price of them are now. I think they're about $75 for a sheet of 3/4 inch. I was just at Lowe's buying extension cords and little braces, joiner things, and stuff here, and this damn paint. So I bought some white exterior paint. See, that white interior paint here was $15. Well, this was like 40. And it's like, damn. Thinking about using some leftover car paint, because it says the plywood I want to paint. Okay, well, I'd like to paint everything. I haven't posted the video yet, and I'm starting this one a little bit early. As I'm working on the 67 Camaro engine, and then when it gets dark, or in the morning when it's too cold out, or whatever, then I'm going to work on that. Basically, I'm working on this and the 67 Camaro video at the same time. That way I can work on this at night, because it's not getting that cold at night, like 50 degrees. But okay, so I was under the impression I only had two sheets, so I thought, well, I'd have to buy two more, because this lengthwise is about 15 feet. Okay, and then this way, the roof is a little over 5 feet. I think it's 5 feet here, and then a little bit more. So I was I'm tripping over all the wood. So I'd put 16 feet would be, you know, there's 4x8 sheets, so 4, 8, 12, 16. I thought I'd need 4 sheets, and I'd cut off 3 feet of it almost, and it'd kind of be wasted. So I'd have to buy two more, and no, I didn't want to spend $140 on 2 sheets of plywood. So anyway, let me show you here in my shop. See, I was going to save a piece. I was saving them for something special that I really needed it for, not for something to slide under a car, to work on a car, or, you know, just stupid stuff that you use wood for, because it's too expensive to be screwing around with ruining pieces of plywood, even thin pieces. It's too expensive. So I was going to restore this camper, which got a wood floor in it, and I was going to save them 2 pieces to do this floor in there. But so the other day I was cleaning. Yesterday I was in the shop and I was cleaning some stuff out of the way, and I got 4 sheets. I need to check Marketplace. Hang on, let me turn on radio. See, they're over there. Don't go over there and look at them much. I thought I had 2 sheets. See, I had a bunch of, I bought a trailer full of lumber off this friend of a friend years ago. And a bunch of 2x6s and stuff that I used a couple to in between the concrete there. And anyway, but I got four of them. Okay. I don't know if they're smooth on one side. I don't care, but they may be. I don't know. Ugh, I can't. I got all this stuff in the way. I do remember they're very heavy for one person to be moving around. So I'll have to get them out through here and through here. And I have to get my other not sawhorse, whatever it is, and stick them over here. And I want to paint them before I put them on, because it's, you know, mostly the bathroom. I don't want humidity, steam getting up there and rotting it. So I got 2 of them out here, 2 of these out, and put 1 out and get it ready, and at least paint the bottom of it. So what I was thinking with 3, see, I was just going to brace it real good and get some real thin 20, maybe $25 is the cheapest type of paneling you can get, but it's going to be real thin. So that's what I was going to do. You know, I'd spend $100 and a bunch of braces and do it that way. But with 3/4 inch thickness, I don't think you need any bracing. It's so thick. But we're going to put bracing in there. So, and I was thinking, you know, with that much thickness, I'm going to I'm going to use 3 pieces. So I'm going to put it this way, 8 foot this way, which I forget where it comes out to, in here somewhere. I marked it on top. So yeah, it's right before this one. So 8 foot that way, and then 4 foot this way. This is a little over 5, so it's going to come out to about here. So I'm going to put some bracing at 4 feet across there. Okay, and then 1. Well, I got to bring this in a little bit. This is the only weak spot because of the little piece I joined together. So I'm going to push that in and a brace from there across, and possibly one across here, just to be on the safe side. Okay. So yeah, 8 feet to there, and then this will be about 7 feet, and we chop about 1 foot off the edge right here, and it'd only be 1 foot wasted. So that's 2 sheets across, and then the other sheet would just be enough for about 1.5 feet. So 1.5 feet and 1.5 feet, 3 feet. Yeah, so it'd be almost three sheets. 3 sheets instead of 4. Okay, so I think that'll hold it. We may have to put 2. We may be able to get away with just the 1 brace wherever 8 foot is. That should bring that in and hold it. And I'll put a joiner thing right in here on top. So Okay, so I wanted the ceiling flush with the top of this. Top of this and the top of this. Just right across. Instead of this way. I know this way would be stronger, like that, but it's going to drop down. So I didn't want it dropping down, because then I'd have to put a lot more in there to make everything drop down to make a ceiling or something. Whereas this way, we make it flush like that. If I show it. I know last video I didn't do a very good job of showing everything, but our camera was not in the right spots a lot. So something like that, and then we're going to use those joiner things, half on here and half on there, and one on the top, one on the bottom. So it should hold, but it doesn't really, like I said, that plywood's so thick, I think it'll hold itself. But anyway, we'll put that in there and it'll give it something to nail to as well. That's how we're going to do the bracing, guys, like that. Okay, so and I didn't buy no more wood. I got 4 of these 8-footers here, and then we can use, I got 4 of these we can use for bracing as well. And then if I run out, I got these ones I use to spread concrete. I got 1 there and 2 there, but we should only yeah, I'm probably only going to use 2. I think this laundry room's good enough. So across here, we'll just put 2, 1, 2, and then across here, like I mentioned. So I think we'll have enough, because I can use these little pieces as well, some of these longer ones. So I think I got everything. So therefore I didn't have to buy no more wood. Because that's why I was going to put it off until I go get some wood. And that outside paneling, see, you can probably see better with the, when I bought this place, I had my helper Eddie, who helped me with the concrete. He put up that siding on the mobile home. It used to all look like, see, that one's all rotted. We only got to here or something. It was taking them way too long. So paid them to do from there up, and then I said, nah, no more. And I think they were 25 bucks a sheet, because I don't know, I spent quite a bit just doing that area. Well, now they're 40. I just seen them at Lowe's today, and it's like, shh. And I painted them too. That paint is through the roof. Like I mentioned on the gallons. Well, the 5-gallon outside paint, 160 bucks for a 5-gallon bucket. Crazy. So yeah, I bought the outdoor siding and then painted it, or had Eddie nail it up there, screw it on there, and then we painted it. Could I take them off? I was thinking about taking them off, since I'm just going to scrap this mobile home. But I think they're cut to, you know, I think he shortened them up. I don't know. I can't remember. He might have cut to fit the bottoms or whatever. We're basically going to need the 8 feet on the walls here, all across here. We'll need the full 8 feet. So we can't have something that's cut down 6 feet or 7 feet. So at 40 bucks a sheet, I'm gonna have to figure out how many I need for this, or keep an eye out on Marketplace to find somebody selling a pallet full of them or something, because that's a little ridiculous. And I was thinking that since it's outdoor, I might use it for the bathroom here, the shower thing, but I'm not sure. at least to frame it out, or at least to put it in here and then put plastic over top of it or something. You got to figure I got to do all the inside of both rooms, then I got to do the outside of it, and then I got to do the outside all the way around here. So how much is that going to cost at 40 bucks a sheet? Quite a bit. See, I wanted something in between paneling and because paneling's too thin, and thick plywood, something in between. I think that outdoor siding sheets, 4x8 sheets, would work good. But I'll have to check. I'll have to check around and see what I can find. But anyway, yeah, here's the two lights. And the damn extension cords I got, I just grabbed the cheapest they had. Well, they don't have the plug for the ground. I was like, damn it. So I had to bend the ground thing. Anyway, it's once we start on the electrical, we're gonna run some regular wire and plug that into the breaker box. Well, plug it into a switch, into a breaker box, and well, probably with a dimmer switch, and have all four come on at once, and then you can dim it down, because I think they're 100 watts each. We don't need 400 watts worth of light. So we dim it down. They're LEDs. Okay, so let me get framing on this. I did a good job leveling and everything on this, like the walls were level, and I was just joining and measuring this laundry room and nailed it on there. And I actually had this one a little bit longer over here, and I cut it off with the Sawzall. That's why it looks kind of weird right there. Well, then I put the level on right here. You can see the deal there? It needs to come out like that, 1/2 inch. That's what I wrote right there, 1/2 inch longer. So, so this wall is tilted in 1/2 inch that way. See? So I think I'm gonna pop this off. It's just from there, there, and there. And I'm gonna cut another piece of wood that's 1/2 inch longer. And that way it'll straighten this up. Because I'm gonna have, I think I'm gonna have the refrigerator or something else against this wall. And if something's straight and this wall's off 1/2 inch, it's gonna look kind of stupid. So, yeah, I just forgot to put the level down here. So anyway, I'm gonna redo that top piece. I'm gonna redo that, and then we're gonna start on all the bracing, and I'll show you how I do it. Like I said, I'm gonna use these joiner things here. And we're gonna start however long the piece is, because it takes quite a bit to bang these in. There's a lot of teeth there. So we're gonna cut a piece to fit across with the bracing, and then we're gonna nail it in that both ends like that. See, and then bang it in, and then lay it across there where it's supposed to be. And then I'm gonna use an auto body clamp that I got. And we got to do the bottom too. Well, you can't put both of them on there at the same time. So we're just going to put one on the top, on each side, bang it in there, then lay it on there, then clamp this other piece onto the top there, and then we're going to do the same thing underneath. We're going to put a clamp underneath. Okay, then we're going to see how strong it is. I mean, like I said, it's with 3/4 inch plywood. It doesn't have to be very strong. A little thin stuff, you would have to. That's why I originally bought all these braces here, but we're not going to be using that. So anyway, let's get started. Let's get the video started with that, since, like I said, I got all the wood to do it. I just had to buy all this little crap here today, and shit, it was 130 bucks, something like that, just for miscellaneous shit. So we got away pretty good last video. All this lumber and stuff and that paint and whatever I bought, them other joiners and stuff. It was about 200 bucks for all that, so it wasn't too bad. So I hated to pay 130 for a little miscellaneous shit. But anyway, and we didn't have to buy no nails and screws. I still have enough to, I still got a bunch of nails, but anyway, and I need to start spray foaming. So we're gonna start the video off and we'll do the roof and spray foaming in the, around the top there where the daylight's coming in, and we'll go from there and hopefully get a lot more done in this video than that. I'd like to go in these junk mobile homes and start taking out cabinets, although we're not on the cabinets yet. See, I want to do a full video dedicated to the plumbing and making all that plex and clamping and testing and faucets. I got to buy all the faucets before I start to connect everything. So I got to buy all the faucets and all that stuff. So this mobile home, it doesn't have much I can use in the way of, I'm going to buy all new faucets. Oh, it's got some cabinets. And then this junk mobile home over here, my brother uses as storage. He thinks people are going to come in and rip them off, so he screws on a big old piece of plywood there on the door opening, and he boarded up all the windows. So I'm going to unscrew that and check out. So I just need a section of that kitchen counter, whereas this one, kitchen counter, is in a curved thing, I think. And now I know that one's square. So if we can get the kitchen cabinet or the kitchen counter where the sink goes in good shape, we're going to do that. And then I can't remember about the top cabinets. I know it's got a little center thing, center counter and all that. But yeah, but as far as faucets and sinks and toilets, I'm going to buy all that new. You know, I've already got most of it. We're not going to, but the used stuff, all the basically cabinets, I can sand them and paint them and make them look nice. No use buying new cabinets, and we need a lot of them. We're going to put cabinets in the laundry room and the kitchen and all that. So maybe we'll just go over there and take some of that stuff off to finish this video off. And this one, I tried to take the kitchen cabinets out of there a while back. We can go in this one since we're here. And I think I got some of it off. Tree fell on this one a while back. It's screwed. Okay, so here's these cabinets here. I started taking them off. So that's quite a bit of cabinets. They don't look too bad. I mean, they're a little bit, I don't know. I don't think they're busted. And we could straighten them up if I can get them off there. I guess that's where the oven was. So we can take these cabinets here off. That'd be great. See, the floor's all screwed up. This is the kitchen sink here, so it's got a curved bottom cabinets are probably going to be no good. And this one, I guess I took these off. I don't know. We got this, yeah, we got this cabinet already off. We're going to take off the stuff and bring it into the tiny home and see where we're at. And I got a pretty good sized one here, but now that's going to be all warped. This whole mobile home's all warped and everything now. So I'm thinking of using this type of thing out of the one my brother uses as storage. This little deal here, we may use that. I don't know how. Yeah, it's all busted there, but I don't know. We can try to save them, or parts of them, cut it up and make something. I can just imagine what this would cost buying this cabinet's new. It costs way too much. So yeah, maybe we'll do that this video as well. Get these cabinets before they completely deteriorate. You know, if they end up shitty looking or too warped or not fixable, then, you know, I could use them in a shop or something, or just save them for something. And this is so using this as a storage area here. And this is a lot of boxes. But see, this is all, I've been robbing the plumbing stuff out of here. But yeah, I cut out all the plumbing. It's cheap plastic toilets and faucets, and I ripped the toilet out to get the plumbing for the tiny home. See how it was made? But this is all warped and stuff here. So cheap plastic sinks stuff, all warped all along there. Might have been raccoons living up there caused that, or just because it's all warped. But yeah, there ain't much left good. Not much good left in this one. And yeah, she's about to come down. But like I said, guys, you can't get rid of these things, and I'm not going to pay someone to come and demolish it and haul it off. It's way too much money. Thousands of dollars of money that I don't think is very well spent. They can just sit here and rot. Yeah, don't say, oh, let the fire department come and practice and light it on fire. Nah, no, I don't think so. So anyway, I think that's what we'll do with this video. We'll do that. Okay, so I gotta pick and choose my time. It's getting late in the day today to be later on, if I got the energy tonight, we'll come out here and start bracing this roof. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, so what I've done is I put this brace across here, put one screw on that side, push this in, and then put a screw there. Okay, so this is the brace here. I hammered this on the when I had it on the floor, cut to fit this, and then put this end on and the other end on, then set it up here and hammered this in there. Okay, so that's basically how the bracing is going to look. Now I'm going to put some along the bottom here, but I'm going to have to clamp it because I can't be hammering real hard on it and it'll pop all these joints loose. I did put one more brace right here, strengthen that up. So I'm fixing to take the two screws out of this brace, pull that. So yeah, I just used a piece of wood across here to so it's even across there. See, before this one was sticking out. So now it's even. Okay. Now, this one here, I extended it, like I said, a 1/2 inch or so, and redid that top piece there. So now we put the level up. The level's pretty much perfect. So that's good. Okay, so yeah, let me go to the shop, get some clamps. This is actually pretty strong as it is. But I'm gonna put 2 more, I call them joiners, 2 more along the bottom. Okay, take this off, and then we'll start. I don't think I'm gonna put one across here. We'll just put one across here, where the at the 4-foot mark, with the one big piece of plywood, and then when we cut these little pieces here, skinnier pieces, we'll have something to nail to. So I'm gonna go across from here to here, and then, well, we'll pretty much have to go all the way down. But I think we'll put one more in here somewhere, across here. One more across there, and then we'll start bracing all the way down that side. We'll get the plywood ready to nail on top of there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it all braced up there. So 4x8, so it's gonna go from here to the middle of this one. And then when I cut up the smaller ones, it'll be from middle of here to the end of here. Okay, all the way across. Like I said, I don't think I need a brace here, because the 8-foot is from there to the middle of this, right here. So, what did I say, it was 15, so basically 8 foot, and from here, 7 foot. So it'll be all one piece, all the way here. So I don't think I need to brace up here anymore. I was a couple short of these. I didn't measure or didn't count right. They said the big sheet's going to end here, and then the other one's going to start there. So I don't think I need a brace from here to here. It's unnecessary. So the little joiner things like this, missing 1, 2, 3, 4. Although I guess I did probably measure right. I put some up here, or count right. All the top has all the little joiners on there, but I put one there, I put one there, put one there, and one there. So if I didn't use them 4, then I would have had enough. But I can always do that later. Right now, other than paint, they're ready to put on there, the plywood. They're pretty strong. I think they'll be all right. I don't think nothing's gonna cave in or anything. And we'll worry about what we need to do with the ceiling later. And yeah, that's what this one's for. The 8 foot reaches in the middle there. So that's why there's a brace there so close to this one. So like I said, that's going to be pretty strong. I think it'll be all right. So we can put in these bottom braces if I get some more. Probably won't need it, but I'd like to put them in there just for peace of mind. So I'm going to use up the little bit of flat white here and at least paint the top of it, so everything's painted when I put the plywood over it. So yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, well, let me use up the rest of this paint. And I bought that gloss paint for the plywood. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but at least I want the bottom of the plywood, the ceiling part, to be that. It's not actually gloss white. It's oh shit! I thought I got the that's flat exterior. I thought I got the semi-gloss. Oh well, yeah, it'll be flat, but it's supposed to be outdoors, so it's supposed to be good so it doesn't get humidity in there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I just got everything painted. Some of it needs a second coat, but I used up the whole gallon. So all that paint, all that stuff painted equals 1 gallon. I hope this 1 gallon here will do the plywood and probably a second coat on the roof there. But anyway, well, tomorrow I'm gonna get working on the 67 Chevelle, or the 67 Camaro, and probably at night, like it is now, it's about 11 o'clock at night. I'll come back out here and, well, I gotta do the plywood out on the outside and paint it. That's gonna be quite the chore, getting those 3 pieces over here, paint them, and then getting them up here all by myself. But anyway, that's what we'll do when I come back, and we'll get that roof nail or screwed on there. I'll probably just use all screws on that. I think I got another box. Got that. I got some here. There should be another. Oh, right here, this box. Right there. So it should have more than enough screws to screw it all down in there real good. And I think it'll be all right. You know, this ain't the best bracing, but if it was like for a second story of a house or something where you're gonna have a lot of weight up there running around, yeah, I'd use them across like that. But I don't know how much weight's gonna be up there, but it'll be all right. It's not like anybody's up there dancing around or nothing, so I think it'll be all right. Especially with that 3/4 inch plywood. That's what I was worried about, how strong of material I could get to put up there. That would depend on how good the bracing would be. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow at some point. Okay guys, I got the plywood hauled over here. 3 sheets of it. I still got 1 left. So I just posted a video yesterday. Just got a couple of comments, bad comments from people. Oh, it's going to be all moldy and 2x4s are going to warp and twist, and it's not a humid area. But we don't get humidity. It's not like Florida or, you know, like that. The shop that this wood's been in, same shop, steel, concrete floor. This wood, although dirty, there's no mold on it. It looks to be untreated, obviously not painted, and there's no mold on it. And it's been sitting in the corner of the shop. I showed you where it was, along with those they're like 2x8s or something that I used across here, and a couple of them are outside. They were all over there for probably 6 years now, maybe longer, 6 to 8 years, and they didn't get no mold on them. So painting them like this wood here is going to protect them from you know, getting any mold on them. I've never felt the floor wet or damp in that shop in 8 years, built it in 2018. Never walked in there and the floor's damp. So this property slopes this way, all the way down past that shop. So any water, like all the snow just melted a few days ago. Now most places, if you're on a flat ground, well, there would just be tons of water and mud and crap everywhere. I showed you all the rock. It's mostly all rock, this property, with, you know, a little bit of dirt and grass on there. So it drains very well. So when it rains, it soaks down and flows out that way really fast. I mean, overnight or the next day, it's dry. So we don't get no standing water or mud or anything like that. So this concrete is not going to have a chance of soaking up a whole bunch of water through, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches of concrete and 3 or 4 inches of gravel that's underneath it all. It's not going to be soaking up a bunch of water and making this a friggin' botanical garden of mold and fungus and stuff. So I'm not worried about it. What I could do, we get a few humid days, like Florida, for example, but very rare. And what I could do is get a dehumidifier, plug it in if it's a humid day, soak out all the water. But chance of getting mold or anything, 0. To me, in my mind, it's going to be 0 mold. But we're going to paint it, like I said, just to give it extra protection. Same with all that wood. Okay, so that's the mold factor. It's not going to get mold. And I'm not really too worried about water coming up through here. Now, obviously, I'm not going to lay straight carpet over this or straight wood. I'd, you know, put some plastic or something. But there's a place down the road, when I bought this place, it's still there, that it's a carpet and flooring warehouse. And I got a pretty good deal on some carpet and put some carpet in my mobile home there. So I can go check them out, and if they're, you know, cheaper than Lowe's, we'll go that route. And I'll ask them, I said, what would you recommend underneath carpet on concrete? But I'm not worried about this thing, you know, like I said, getting wet and rotting out carpet or nothing. It's not going to happen, or else all this wood, all those big long pieces were laying flat on the ground, they would have all been rotten in 6 years if that was going to be a problem. And then someone said, oh, you should double up the 2x4s around the door. Well, I don't know, I might have to put another one on each end. I'm not sure. This one's already got one. But I can always do that later, put it on the inside. But for now, and I'm sure I'll get a bunch of comments about the bracing for the roof. I don't really care, guys. I'm not building the Taj Mahal here. This is, you know, obviously I don't want to live in breathing in mold, which, like I said, I don't think it'll be a problem. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and yeah, one side is smooth. See, we got all that stuff there. That'll go on top. This will be the bottom, like the ceiling. Because I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to build a ceiling on this. I could, but it'd be kind of a waste of material to put a bunch of ceiling tiles or stuff on there. I don't know. So this is going to be all white, and so when you look up in there, it'll be white, and all the bracing and everything will be white. Obviously I'm going to have walls, but I don't know about a ceiling yet. So I'm going to get this up there, paint just the bottom white. And then of course this one here will be, what I say, about 5 feet? No, 15 feet. So yeah, I'll probably just paint the whole thing. We're only going to be cutting off about a foot of one of these. 8 and then 7. And then the other one I'll wait on. I gotta cut off 2 strips, whatever it is, a foot, foot and a half, something like that, from the third one. So what I gotta do here is make a little template and cut a notch right there for that post. So you get a notch, and then we just slide the thing in there into that notch so it's level here. And then it'll go to that one there, and then I'll measure the other one and cut off a foot or whatever it is, and then we can nail them up there. And once they're nailed in there, then we'll measure the back 2 pieces. But yeah, that's the plan. So, and yeah, I ordered, I knew what they were when somebody mentioned the blue screws there. I had a package of that I've had forever, and I never used them. I didn't really know what they were for. I figured they were for concrete or something, but I don't know where the hell they're at. But I ordered a set from eBay of different sizes and stuff. Now it was like 20 bucks. So they won't be in for a while, and we'll put a couple. It comes with a drill bit and everything. We'll put a couple down there, 1, 2, maybe 3. I think that'll probably be good enough. So we'll see how good it drills through the concrete, and put in some of them. There's Nikki barking at. Where's them kitty cats, Nikki? Where's the kitty cats? She smells the cats coming over, so she barks. The little orange cat was over earlier. So yeah, that's the plan. And about this little roller thing here. So I'm gonna set one up on here, roll it, and probably roll the other one while it's against the wall. Get those 2 painted and up there, and then we'll get the third one. Like I said, I'll have to put the third one up here and cut it and all that stuff. I don't want to cut it now until the other 2 are up there. I don't want to be an inch off and have to recut it, or half an inch off. So anyway, let me get them up on there, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got 2 coats on one side of this, one side of that one. So, and then I cut out the notch. Hopefully it's in the right spot. So I'm doing it upside down, but I need to flip it over, and then that notch goes up there in that corner. So got to get that up there by myself, and get her lined up and start screwing it in there. So I just put a little bit of paint around where I cut that notch out of there, so it should be all right. Okay, well, let me get hauled up on there, and I'll be back. Well, I didn't think I'd get it up there, but I did. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna leave the ceiling like that. That's one of the reasons of doing the braces that way. So, anyway, slid right into this groove here, and we're gonna keep her flush all the way down. Start screwing the screws in around the edges, and along that brace there, it's halfway over there, and I marked it here in the middle, so we'll start here, go across and over there. So let me put in all them screws, and then we're going to measure from here from here to the edge and cut off whatever it needs to on that one. Then we'll slide that one up there and screw it down. And then, yeah, you can see it's, but yeah, I got up there and on all fours got up there. It didn't even move. So it's gonna be pretty strong. Yeah, I think that ceiling will look good like that. I just wish this was gloss black or gloss white. I guess I could buy a gallon of gloss and redo it all in gloss. Yeah, I painted all the tops of this wood here, all the braces, painted it all with the new paint, the exterior paint. So yeah, let me get that screw down in there. I'll be back. Okay, I got that big second piece on there and screwed down. Yeah, you can see it bleeding through a little bit, but as I said, I think I'll paint everything gloss white. So yeah, that one's screwed in there too. So just got these two strips here to go, and that's about it. Yeah, I was up here screwing it all in there. It's pretty strong. So yeah, it'll hold a lot of stuff up there. It's not going to be, you know, thousands of pounds or anything of stuff up there. Just be some, I don't even know what I'm putting up there, but it'll just be storage, just boxes of stuff. Anyway, it's getting pretty chilly. It's supposed to go down to 44. It was like 70 something degrees today, but out there in my t-shirt, but it gets cold at night. Yeah, I'll cut out these strips there tomorrow out of that piece and paint them all up and put them in there. And that should do it for the roof. We can move on. I think we'll take the cabinets out of that mobile home I showed you. Take all the cabinets out of that one and see where we're at. So like I said, I'd like to have cabinets across here around the back there, and then matching ones. And I think those ones in that mobile home straight back there will be matching. Then odd ones probably put in the laundry room here somewhere. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, I forgot where I got left off last time, but need to cut the two strips for there, and you got to measure out for the posts there. So cut the first piece off, and there's for the middle post, and that's for the end post, the very corner. So I'm gonna set it up there, make sure it fits, and then we're gonna paint underneath of it before I screw it down there. Or we're gonna set it up there and then measure for the other end. We're gonna cut this end off here for the back end. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the two top pieces there, all notched out. Already test fitted them up there, so I'm gonna put them up there, and it's dry now. Put it up there, screw it in. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got it pieces up there and screwed down all along there. Yeah, I'm thinking I should cut a little 2x4 just so it matches. And what also I was thinking is to put a 2x4, I have it marked right across there so it sits on here and that back one, and then one here right where this one is, and then one over there. and screw them. I got some real long ones there that'll go in 2x4s, and screw a new piece onto this piece here, and that way it wouldn't bow down or nothing. It probably doesn't need it there because it's got this one, but could put it over here. But anyway, I was thinking of it, but it seems pretty strong up there, but I don't know. But anyway, I got a little bit of paint left, not much, not enough to paint the whole top of that. So I'll have to get some more paint at some point. Okay, well, that's one job done. I don't have those screws, concrete screws in yet to do around the door. But let me gather up the cabinets from that other mobile home. I said I want to go along here, and then we can put some odd ones in here and above here. But we'll see how much we got. As long as we get the matching ones that go here. We'll have to cut them up to fit and all that, and brace them up, and then probably put some wood in between here, you know, kind of like those top ones there. Something for it to screw onto. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got these out so far. Those is along the top, and then that one attached to this end here, across here. I think they'll be all right. All full of insulation. I'm full of it. I'm all itchy. And they're put together with these damn Robertson heads. I think they're Canadian. Must have been built in Canada or something. But not very many screws holding it. Like say this one here is like 1, 2, 3, 4 screws right in the top here. That's all that was holding it up. Same with this one here, just a few screws. Strange that just that would hold it all up, but I was thinking I'd have to build some big braces, and well, anyway. So we got that one I'd already taken off earlier. So I'm gonna blow all the shit off of it and inside of it, and then I don't know if I'll have use. I think that's more than enough to do the kitchen, I think, because I can only have cupboards on one wall. It'll be too narrow with. Yeah, this is where it was here. It was across here and over to here, and I forget where that little one was. Might have been up here or something. So I'm thinking about taking this and this off. Use it for the laundry room or something. And I know some of them are missing the handles, but there's handles on these ones here. And these, I'm not sure if I can use them. There's no drawers for that. And the whole mobile home's all screwed up, so it's all warped. Same with this, it's all warped. This is all falling apart. I think these were raccoon holes. See, this is all the insulation that was on it. So we can't use none of the bottoms. Hopefully in the other mobile home we can use that. But yeah, I think we could probably use them. There's just a shelf there, and like I said, everything's all warped and everything. So hopefully I can find some lower stuff in the other mobile home. I know there's some in it. I just can't remember how good a shape it is. But anyway, it's gonna rain tomorrow. I can't leave this stuff out. So I'm gonna clean it all up and bring it in there. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I got them cleaned up in the shop. Well, blew all the shit out of them. They need to be, you know, some cleaner Windex cleaned up. So I think I'm gonna have it kind of like in the mobile home. So this one here will go against this wall, And then this one here will join it there and go across the back. And then I'll have to cut it however long it is. I didn't measure that part. So it would start right here and go to that post. And it's the same width as this here. So this is how far the cabinets would stick out. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna put them over here because it'd be too narrow of a deal. But that one there looks like it would go over top of fridge. And like I mentioned before, I think I'm gonna have the fridge right here. So I can put that one, nail that up here, and then it would go, and then the fridge would go here. It should stay up on its own. It should. So yeah, the fridge will go here, and then that cabinet, well, shit, I don't know. That cabinet's gonna come out to about here. I'd have a space in here. Anyway, but yeah, these cabinets will definitely go there and there. If I don't use that for the fridge, we'll cut up that, use the ends of these, and possibly put them in the laundry room. So like I said, it'll be a full-size washer, dryer here, and then we can put in, maybe I'm fixing to go take those other things out, the mobile home, we can stick them in here, possibly. Put some cabinets and stuff there. So, okay. Yeah, if I can get that, I'm gonna do all the plumbing first, so that stuff ain't in the way. I'm not bumping my head on it or nothing. We gotta do all the plumbing, and I'd rather do the countertop as well first. But anyway, I just figured we'd finish this video up with, we got all the roof on there, and we'll get all the cabinets kind of where they're gonna go. But yeah, let me go take those other ones out, and possibly that other one will go right here beside this. And I'm gonna have to get some 2x4s and then do the same thing. Kind of like that, but see, this one I had sticking out. This is flush with this. So basically we're gonna get a piece of wood there and go across here. So it's flush with this. And I think I'll just do 2 of them. I'm gonna screw the top and the bottoms. I don't trust just a couple of screws holding that whole thing up. I mean, it worked, but anyway, we'll put flush across there to there, and then one along the bottom. So we can either screw it or put some little L-shaped brackets or something underneath there. If there's nowhere to screw, there should be. They had a couple of screws in that little corner piece. They had a couple of screws going like that. Not on this one, but so we'll have the 2x4 up here. And we'll screw it in there. I don't know how many's got it, but yeah. So I have a couple screws along the bottom, all along the top, and so they'll be permanently mounted in there. Okay, let me take those other things out and see if the one will fit right here, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got this bigger, more square cabinet. That hutch looking thing was kind of shitty condition, been repaired, and the side of it's all messed up. But I think there's something like that in the other mobile home that my brother's using for storage, and I'm gonna go over there and not today, and tomorrow's supposed to be raining all day. It's supposed to be, but yeah, I'll take that and the bottom, so we can get some bottom counters and cabinets. But anyway, that's it for that mobile home. I'll be back. Well guys, I got rained out today. It rained all day. It's about 6 o'clock at night, and it's still kind of misty, foggy looking stuff. It just now stopped drizzling. But yeah, it's been raining since 8 this morning, 7 this morning. So I couldn't go down. I was going to go down and get a bunch of wood, so I couldn't go get that in the back of the truck. I didn't want to get in soaking wet. But yeah, I think the plan is to put some runners along here, 2x4s along there to mount the cabinets too. Like I mentioned before, and then across here, and we'll get that done. But yeah, I need to start on the plumbing. I was going to run down there and get the plumbing stuff. So next video, we'll get the plumbing, hopefully everything. It's going to take a bunch of trips to get all the little connections and everything, and get that plumbing run along that wall. And then we'll mount those cabinets. Then I'm going to take the bottom counters and everything out the other mobile home and see what we got there. But yeah, I was going to go ahead and mount them and then clean them. So I think they're in pretty good shape. Tell me what y'all think. It's good enough shape for the place. Like I said, I could stain them or sand them and paint them and all that, but you know, this corner here is a little bit messed up, but that's hidden. That's where the other one goes across here. And I got these extra little pieces here. Maybe put them runners along there. Yeah, we'll get those two on there and then decide what to do with this one and that one. But anyway, it's a start. And I got way more, like I said, more cabinets to go to figure out. So yeah, let me know what you think on that. Got the roof done. Yeah, I was going to get some more. I got to mention 3 more across there just to make it extra strong, so it doesn't bow down or anything, which I don't think it will anyway. But okay, last video I mentioned this. I've been using this little Seesii impact, but I forgot to put the link in the video description. But they sent me a link with promo codes and discount codes and all that stuff. So I don't have a sponsor for this video, so I'll just sponsor them again. And check out the video description for them and the sockets stuff if you need a battery operated impact. They come in real handy. I still got my drill, electric drill and stuff you gotta tote around, but I like to get everything. Well, I got that drill too. But yeah, battery operated is the way to go. So I think we'll just leave it at that, since I lost a day. If I had all the wood here, I would have probably came out today and built that. And of course I can't work outside on the car, which I am in the middle of getting the engine in that 67 Camaro, so I'm going to do that next, and then we'll get back on here on the cabinets and the plumbing. So okay guys, well, subscribe if you haven't. It's just it's coming along slowly but surely. So like, comment, share, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh, I don't know if I showed this, the top of the, I did spray some foam around the tops here, but there is a big gap along there. I had to go through that twice. I guess it's like that for ventilation, but we don't want the natural ventilation coming in here. We're gonna get, you know, an air conditioner and all that stuff. So But anyway, this is what the top looks like here. We'll have to get some paint for that. But like I said, it's so thick that you can walk on it if you could stand that high, but it's pretty strong. I was on all fours there screwing, got screws all the way in there, all around it. So I think it's pretty strong. But yeah, I'll get some more paint. Man, I just don't like spending 40 bucks a gallon for that exterior paint, but may have. Well, okay, yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. I get a lot more foaming to do. Like I said, I'm gonna get the whole thing spray foamed eventually, but I'm just spraying in the edges because, well, it's getting warmer at night now, but a week or two ago I tried to heat the place up, but it was all leaking out everywhere. So I figured I'd foam around the edges so I can get some heat in here so I can come work at night. But I think the weather's cooperating now. Still got to do that area up there. You can't really see the daylight too good, but yeah, there's a big gap. Not that it leaks in rain or anything, it's just a big, the way the gap goes is for air to come in and vent. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that. Okay, well, we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.